And what I mean by that is there's this thing going around right now, and a lot of people are starting to shelter in place and not going out and not seeing things. So tonight, I always do a video on Wednesday night. I actually usually just do this on YouTube, but actually tonight I'm going to see if I can restream it to hit Facebook, if I can do it on Facebook and on YouTube. So I'm actually doing it live in both spots, and I'm going to see if it's going to work or not. I'm not seeing me coming up on YouTube. Okay, I'm on YouTube, and it looks like I'm on Facebook also. So that's awesome. So there's a YouTube. Davey's on YouTube, and Liberty Power Wash is on Facebook. I'm assuming, maybe. I don't see me. But again, let me just check one last thing here. I want to make sure that I'm on YouTube, because that is usually where I'm always streaming. So I want to make sure that I'm there. But again, I want to talk to you tonight a little bit about, hey, Jason, took all your advice. This is awesome. This is what I call a success story right here. Hey, Jason, I took all your advice and made 4G this week. I signed up for your program. After that, I can't thank you enough. That right there is what I'm talking about. That is freaking awesome. And again, this is what I'm all talking about. With my new free time, I finished a course and videos. Thank you. So again, this is some things that definitely I wanted to just get on here tonight, talk about some marketing things we can do while these next couple days, next week, who knows how long it's going to take. And just see what might work, some things that you might want to do to try to get business, and things to do to once you get to the house, keep your social distance. I wouldn't even worry about walking around the house. And this can be something that we can use in our marketing stuff of, hey, this is some things that, people are outside. People are scared to death right now. And this is some things that you can definitely do where you will be able to check, and you can do this at their house. You can go inside. You don't have to go inside. Actually, I just seen a guy post on his face. It was a handyman guy, and he basically posted in there and said, hey, these are some things I can do outside. And one of them was power washing. One of them was, power washing. He can do, if you got anything outside, so that way you're not getting in, you're not touching anything, you're not doing any of that stuff. So that way you will be able to, be able to get some work done and get some stuff done. So the very first thing I would say is, normally I'm a big person of go put signs out, put signs out, put signs out. But this week, I'm going to kind of change my tune a little bit, because not everybody is out driving around, and not everybody is out and around. And what I mean by that is right now, they're telling everybody around here, at least, is to shelter in place. Don't leave. You're not allowed to go eat. You're not allowed to, you're allowed to eat. You're just not allowed to eat in places. You have to do drive-through, and you have to be able to, do it that way. So with that being said, people are going home. And you also have to go, and you got a lot of people that are home now, and they're not working. So now there's a lot of people on Facebook. And so, you got more people on Facebook. Now, I agree on Facebook is probably, you got two types of people. You got the ones that the world is ending and we're all going to die. And, no matter what you do, it's the most negative thing that you can ever comprehend in your brain, and that's what's going to happen. Or you got the people on the other side that is positive and take this time with your family and gather, and all this great stuff. So you got one of two situations going on there. You either got way over here that the world's going to end, or you're way over here that is going to be good. So you kind of got to meet these people in the middle. And I've actually seen a couple guys doing, the playgrounds. That's kind of a, everybody's been hitting on the playgrounds lately. And so that is, it's kind of, that's, sanitizing the playgrounds. That's one thing for free. But I've actually seen some here today. I've actually seen 2 or 3 of these today. And I actually kind of like this one probably the best out of all of them. And that is one that is, you're trying to help out restaurants, because obviously restaurants have taken a big hit in this industry and across everything. They have taken a huge hit. And so I've seen 2 or 3 of them have posted that, and that's a big long post, and you could probably go find it out there. And it talks about, if you go to a restaurant, if you save the receipt, we'll take that much off of our bill for that. Now, I know that's cutting into us too, but unless you're just slam busy, that's a way to get your bit name out there, especially just starting. If you can get out there and say that, and then that way you will be able to do it. What's up, gutter cleaning and roof for you washing? So that is some things that you can definitely look at doing, and to see if you can help grow your business that way. And at the end of the day, that's really what we want to do. So this is some things that we can do to help grow our business. So one is I would be on Facebook, and I would be posting on Facebook. When we are selling our cleaning, we are sanitizing. We are using the exact same stuff that the CDC says to use to clean any surfaces. Bleach, and it's a mildly bleach. It's like 0.5% bleach is what they're telling us. And when we're cleaning houses, we're actually using way more than that. So, these are some things that you can definitely do to be able to clean and all that kind of stuff. What up, House Wash Guru? So these are some things that you can definitely do. Just made some signs, yard sign sanitation. If you want, I will send you my design. If you don't mind, you can send it at pressurewashhelp@gmail.com. And I will look at it, and if you don't mind, I might give it out so other people can use it also. So this is some things that, we can look at. Now, we are sanitizing, whether you want to believe it or not. And, we are sanitizing by using what we're using. We are killing those algae spores and all that kind of stuff. And we will kill the same thing with any virus or anything like that. Now, with that being said, it can be kind of a touchy subject if we're not careful. So just be careful of how you are wording stuff and how you are going about, all the stuff about wording and how you're doing, wording it and everything like that. So that is some things that we can do. Some other things, if we have employees or if we're on our own, when we're going up and knocking on these doors, make sure when we answer that we step back, we get away from the people. We don't want to be up in their face in their little social area. I do know that some people are still pretty busy. I know not everybody has died down to nothing. So, there is people still spending money. There is people still that is, I know Benjamin is killing it with the hospital. He's cleaning a bunch of the hospitals up in Ohio and that kind of stuff. And I'm assuming with all this going on, he might even get some more out of it, So this is some things that are definitely some things that you can do to help grow your business and be successful. And with marketing on that, you just go in there and be positive, and that's the other great thing about this. There's a lot of people, normally I tell people that the pressure washing season starts when people are outside mowing their grass. Well, guess what? There's a lot of people outside looking at their dirty houses, and they're not even mowing grass yet. My kids were out all day yesterday. It was nice and warm, and that is part of it. And yes, I have heard people saying that they're going to hold off. But, what you can do is if they call and get a price and they tell you to hold off, you need to make sure that you are following up with these people. If you are not following up with these people, you will lose business. You are, do what? Hey, awful sloppy right now. Huh. So these are some things that you can definitely do to make sure that you are being successful, and make sure that you are, don't be slimy with these people. Don't go in there and do some things that, and that's where I was going. I got disrupted. Make sure that you are following up with these people. Follow up is key. Follow up, follow up, follow up. Wait a week and call them again. Wait another week and call them again. Wait a week, email them. Wait a week, email them. Wait a week, text them. You have to follow up. If you're not following up, and if you're not using the system to follow up, you are losing money. You are wasting your time going out and getting leads at that point, because if you're not following up, you're not going to get more business. So you got to follow up to keep on. And that don't matter what business you're in. You can be in any business you want. If you don't follow up with people, you're losing business. And with the service industry, there's Responsibid. If you go to pressurewashhelp.com/responsibid, you'll get a link there, and you'll buy me a cup of coffee. And this system, yes, it is used to give a quote like that right now, but where the most important part of it is the follow up. The follow up is where you got to be at. If you're not following up, you're wasting your time at that point. So you got to follow up. When you follow up, I followed up a bunch. It was like 7 times in 14 days of follow up. So follow up is very important. If you don't follow up, you're going to lose business, and you're not going to, you're just not going to be able to close any higher. And that's whether the coronavirus is going on or in regular season. So, yes, I understand. Yes. And that follow up, and this actually came from Ray, follow up or fold up. One of the two. You pick, you choose. And there's ways to do it that you can do it cheaper than just doing it the regular way of going out and trying to do it. Like I said, Responsibid is not cheap. It's about $160 to $200, somewhere in that range, depending on what time you're listening to this. So it's not cheap, but they guarantee that if you don't get twice your pay, they will give you your money back. So follow up is very important. Follow up, follow up, follow up. So when we want to follow up, whether, like I say, this crap's going on or this crap's not going on. And I'm going to give you, for instance, what following up means. So I got a garage door in my basement for my honey-do list. I needed a garage door. And I went and I was going to go with this one guy because he was kind of a smaller business, and he's like, man, I'm a small business, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Well, he barely answers his phone, let alone follow up. So long story short, it was about a month went by, and I was trying to get this door put in, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to have to go with another person and figure out, so that way you can do it. You know why I went with another person? Because he followed up with me like 3 times. So guess what? Following up is key. Following up is one thing, but the other thing is answer your phone. If you're not answering your phone, that's the other deal. He wasn't answering his phone. I'm going to call the next guy. And if you're too busy to answer your phone, have an answering service answer your phone. There's several of them out there. Jill's Office is one. Bid Slot with April is another one. Those two I know deal with pressure washing businesses, and they will work with Responsibid, and they will actually fill out all the information in Responsibid, and that information will automatically give them a quote and go right out right like that. So, follow up is key, and answering your phone. But getting back to where I was talking about here a little bit was, make sure that we are marketing still. Some of the people are all going to pull back and not. But guess what? this is something that we can definitely do where we have people that, are going to be on their phone. They're going to be on their phone a lot because what else is there to do? Be on my phone or be watching my kids and driving me crazy because I'm not been used to them being home for this much time. And now we're all cooped up in the house and we're about ready to all go crazy. So I'm going into the bedroom where I can shut the door and keep the kids out and watch my phone. And that way it's not driving everybody crazy, right? So with that being said, that's what it happens and that kind of thing. So what I'm going to do here is I've got some comments coming in here. I'm going to go through and read some comments. And then after that, I will, as long as everything's still working, I actually have somebody has put a website review for me. I haven't done one of these in a while and usually do them on Tuesday, so I'm going to do a website review. Before I get to that, if you go to pressurewashhelp.com/free, I have my full course there. Everything is there. I'm right now, being that I know that everybody is bored and at home and don't have nothing to do. You can go to pressurewashhelp.com/free. Normally it's $49 a month. The first month will be free. If you don't cancel within the first month, you will get charged $49 a month. So go to pressurewashhelp.com/free, and then there you will find my membership. And in my membership, I have everything you need to know of how to start and be a successful pressure washing business. I have my marketing stuff is gold in there. I go over AdWords. I just had a guy fill out all his AdWords stuff, and he tried to do it through Google, and he was like, "This is stupid." And when he went through my course, he's like, "This is gold." So make sure that you go through it all and figure it all out. It is pressurewashhelp.com/free, and in there you will find all that information in there. So if you want to actually pay me, you can go to pressurewashhelp.com there. If you are looking for somebody to run your Google ads and talking about Google ads and getting leads, and I understand that right now you may not want to start, but once this stuff, hopefully this only lasts till about April and we don't get too far into our spring season and nobody makes any money this year, because spring season is really the best time for pressure washing. You can go to pressurewashhelp.com/Google leads, and I will help. I have a couple different things on there. All right. So I'm going to scroll up here. I'm going to just kind of go through some questions here. Make sure I have a paper tape says sanitize. Been putting it on entries of playgrounds and daycares. And daycares, that is good. Hey, that's a good way to get some business from, especially the daycares. I haven't really heard of nobody making like a lot of money off of this stuff. And it ain't about making money off of this stuff in the first place. It's about surviving first and foremost. But, this is something that, you can go and clean grocery carts and sanitize them all down and make $100 a night. But that's not something that you can go, that's going to be more work than it's worth, because first off, you're going to have a large tank or a pretty large tank to do it. And then second, at the end of the day, after the first person touches it, then they're really not sanitized at that time. So that is, just some things that you got to look at. Thank you, Marco. I appreciate you watching. So is this going to cause bleach shortage like toilet paper and drive the price of bleach up? Who knows? Bleach, sodium hypochlorite pool shock is a little bit stronger. And this is something that, is something that we can do that, I don't know. I really don't know what's going to be the case on there. I wish I did know. I hope it don't drive the bleach up, but I don't know. Oh, wow. I got a super chat. Thank you, Benjamin Baker, for the $10. I don't know why it's not coming in on my other one. But I appreciate that very much. So let's see. I know my business is not good. I do house washing full time and have yard signs. Don't think people want me to come to their house. But here's the thing. That's where you have to sell yourself that you don't need to come in their house. You don't even need to touch anything on that house at all. You have to touch zero things on that house. You can clean everything you can from outside, and that is perfectly good that you can do that. You don't even need to go inside at all. In fact, you don't want to go inside. And you know, you can tell that as a customer. You can tell that to the customer. Hey, if you're home and you don't want to even see me, then just wave through the window and I'll let you know I'm here. You know, that's all you need. You don't need anything else other than that. So make sure you're communicating that to your people, especially if you're on Facebook or on Nextdoor. Nextdoor is another one that you can do it through Nextdoor. You know, hey, I'm going to be in the neighborhood cleaning and sanitizing houses because that's what I'm going to do. So, are you against drawing from the bottom of a tank bulkhead into a manifold? If it's bleach, I am. I don't like drawing out of the bottom of a tank with bleach because if something happens to that bleach line and gets broken, then you're going to have chemical going down the drain. And if you get chemical going down the drain, you can get fined for it. So, you know, water tank, I'll pull water out of the bottom of a tank for that. But I will not pull water or a chemical out of there because if that chemical loop breaks a hose, gets a leak, and you know they can cause other issues at that point. What do you think about hot seat pressure washers? They're just they're just a pressure washer. I mean, they all have the same thing just about. Been lowering and doing free services for apartments and businesses. Do some things you can do for businesses if you want to is do demos. You know, do a demo. That way you're not doing a bunch of stuff for free and you don't want to do a bunch of stuff for free. So do a demo and that way you can do it. Jamie Schmidt put on here that we clean 42 playgrounds free and have been doing it for a couple years. And this is a great way to be able to get business by going into their by going into the part of getting into those Facebook groups and you know the PTA meetings or the PTA group and all that kind of stuff. So have kids to feed, have to do what I need to. It sucks. And it sucks for a lot of people. It ain't just you, John. There's a lot of people that this time of year is going to be struggling, and it's just part of what sucks, and it's just one of those things. And you know, we're going to have to hunker down and see what we got going on. And that I've heard some negative feedback from homeowners about clip flyers and driveway. Does anyone still throw these out and get positive results? Yeah, I know a lot of people get positive results from them. I also know people that get negative results from them. Get a big old nice bad review from it. Lucky they didn't go to his Google reviews because then it would have hit on one of his 500 5-star reviews. It just went to a Facebook one, so then it wasn't so bad on him. But I know some people that make a lot of money off of them. Do I necessarily agree with them 100%? No, but you know what? What works for some don't always work for others, you know. So, you know, I know a guy here in Cincinnati that he will not put a yard sign out at corners of intersections. He will only put yard signs where he will only put yard signs in the people's yard that he's cleaned. He will not put yard signs out everywhere. So those are some things that, you know, that are, it is what it is. So, you know, if you do that, then that's up to you. It's not, you know, nobody else. Let's see here. I have a wife for answering the phone. That's right. Oh, is your wife finally answering the phone now, Cody? So everybody that can call you now, that way you'll be able to do that. You should come to Hoghead and get a few trailers to set up pressure washers. Well, you pay me to do that, and I will. I actually have a trailer right there in my garage that I'm trying to get set up that I have not gotten it done yet. I just have a voicemail, but respond ASAP. Here's the deal with you really need to answer your phone and get somebody to answer your phone, because by the time that somebody leaves a voicemail and you get back to them later on, it's probably a good chance they've done called the next person on the list and done booked. So this is why you really want to call them back pretty quickly. You want to make sure that you are on that phone and you are answering that phone. You really want to answer that phone, because if you don't answer it, they're going to the next person until they find somebody to answer it, because they don't know how long it's going to take you to do it. Cody, has the thing affected your business at all for Southeast? We'll see what he says down through here. Let's see. There's a bunch of talking going back and forth. All right, so I'm going to go on here. I don't see any other questions that are important there. I'm going to go here. What do you think about joining the local Chamber of Commerce? I got a lot of business from joining the local chamber. Between that and between going to the Chamber of Congress and BNI, I got a lot of business out of it. They had some good meetups where you could actually meet other business owners. One time we went to there's a Oriental Walk, which is a real nice Chinese place. And we went there, and, it was a super nice place, and it was super nice. There was probably 150 people there from businesses, and you just they had it set up where you went to a table for about 10 minutes, and then you went to the next table. And so this was some things that you can definitely do is at the Chamber of Congress. It is a good way to get business. Of course, right now, probably not so much, because you're not going to be doing no meetings at all. And probably for the next month, you will still not be doing meetings. So them are some things you're doing. Looking at getting into new condition cleaning, what do you think? Looking at getting into new conditions cleaning. Oh, air conditioning cleanings. What do you think? You just got to be careful with those. I think it's a great upsell. I think you can upsell it. You can sell it for, $150, $200 per unit, or maybe $100, $129. You just got to be careful with, sometimes in some places you actually have to be a licensed HVAC person. So make sure you know your rules and everything before you start doing it. Hello, Jason. Hoping all is well. It is. Today, my youngest daughter, is hating this stuff. She is not liking this virus at all, as she'd call it. But you... You can't, you're trying to, so she got to go horseback riding today. She takes lessons and got to go horseback riding today, and she loved it. Unplanned home vacation. If you're planning on staying home through the upcoming weeks, we can help you enjoy surroundings more. That's right. We're actually trying to figure out a park or something to go to and go hiking and stuff. Jeremy, what part of town? I'm doing 3 to 4 jobs a week. Haven't quit my job yet. Is anybody not working, period, even if you got a full-time job? A good seller was telling customers that sanitary starts outside and is brought inside. Hey, I agree on that 100%. So I'm going to tell you, my mother works for a company called United Dairy Farmers, and it's like it's a gas station, and they have ice cream, and it's a grocery store on the inside. Well, they make this big deal out of making sure that everything is super clean on the inside, but the outside is nasty. They get it cleaned I think they went to 2 cleanings a year, 6 months. When the big recession hit in 2007, it used to be 4 times a year, and then they went to 2 times. The outside, sitting on the outside on all the concrete, is like black, nasty, yucky stuff. And I'm like, you're so worried about cleaning the inside, but here the outside looks disgusting. Let's worry about, I agree on that 100%. If the outside looks ugly, Who knows what the inside's going to look like? You already get that picture. A lot of realtors will tell you that, you can change the paint on the door or, curb appeal. Make sure you're landscaping. Make sure it's not dirty. Because if you look at that first curb appeal and it looks nasty, then that's what good does it do? It does you no good. Somebody keeps pulling up my yard signs. House washing, $99 starts at. A lot of time the cities will pull them up. That's why I tell people to put them out on Friday, so that way by Monday they are still good. I'm full timer and typically do 150 houses washes a month. That's good. Haven't used yard signs yet, but going to start. They work good. I know I had some more questions. I see them over here. Are Wix websites and worth the effort, or is it better to have a professionally built? You can either use Wix or you can use WordPress. You can use SiteGround to host it. You need a hosting if you use WordPress. SiteGround's probably one of your fastest ways to host it. And if you go to pressurewashhelp.com/SiteGround, you'll buy me a cup of coffee and you'll get a little bit of a discount by going there. And that there is where you host it. It's pretty simple. It's not real hard to set up. And then I got a website that you reviewed before and I edited if you want to check it out. Okay. What are your thoughts on BNI as a new company? I like Marcos. I like BNI when I first started because it really helped me to be able to learn how to do sales. It taught me how to talk to people. It learned, because you get a lot of one-on-one reaction. Try to find a group that's got, 30, 40 people in it. Try not to get a smaller group unless you absolutely want a small group. But the bigger groups is usually where you're going to, not always, but will help you get some. If you have a good realtor in there, that will help you out a lot. If you have a crappy realtor, then that's because your realtor is really between your realtor and your home inspector, make sure they have both of those in your group, that if you look at them. And the thing you can do with them is you can visit 3, 4, 5 groups. Just go to the group, see if you like it, go to another and visit around. I mean, it don't hurt nothing. Go visit. Jason, what do you think ordering citations on Fiverr? Don't. Fiverr, I order my citations off of a place that I order them. I do it as I sell them off there. I would not do them off Fiverr because Fiverr, you could get all kinds of stupid stuff. So, I'm not saying they don't have decent people that can do it, but I'd be very, very careful off of Fiverr. Fiverr, they're going to be $5 and you're going to get your $5. You're going to have links and stuff on directories you wish you never put them on. You may have some porn sites on yours, so be careful. Be careful on those. The city pulls our signs, John. You just got to keep putting them out. That's right. That's why you buy the $3, $3.50 signs. You can go to pressurewashhelp.com/get signs. They're $3.50. They're 2-sided. Big. You want big letters, big phone number. This is only 1-sided, but you can get them 2-sided. All right. So I'm going to see if this is going to work or not. I don't know if it will or not. I have a guy that has gave me a website to review. Let me see if I can go there first. So on this website review, I'm going to kind of just go over all the good, bad, and ugly on this website, and go from there. Let's see if it's going to work. So it is working so far. So it is Nandino's mobile blasting. So he looks like he's doing sandblasting, but if you read down here, he's actually doing pressure washing too. So first thing I'm going to say is just be careful on your wording and stuff. It's kind of hard to read these letters up or these words up here. It's not real easy because it's kind of blending in with the website or into that picture. So make sure that it stands out good. It is good that you are showing it, but you're going to see I will have something down here. you are also doing house washing, roof washing, and that kind of thing. So with that being said, I would either probably maybe look at having two different websites, or depending on what you're making more money on. Because if I seen a guy here with a or with a sandblaster, and they're telling me they do roof washing, I would be very clear that this is used with soft wash, low pressure, soft wash, the whole 9 yards. And I know it's a little bit here, but I would make sure that it is very well known that that is it. I would also have pictures of a house wash and roof cleaning of you doing it. Because right now, the only thing we see is high pressure blasting this stuff off. So, if I was doing a house wash, I'd make sure you have a good house wash, because the way this looks here, somebody would be like, man, he sandblasted that, and that's what that looks like. So those are some things I would definitely look at doing and make sure. The other thing is you want to make sure you got big phone numbers. I know these phone numbers are kind of big, but make sure they're big phone numbers. And I haven't checked it, but make sure that they're clickable on mobile. If you scroll down here to mobile, you can see that I'm hoping that that's a button. I'm not going to push it while I'm on here. The About Me page, I haven't really looked at this. So the About Me page, it should talk about you a little bit. This is like this number 2 most important page on here. So make sure that you are making sure that this is telling about yourself and who you are. Pictures are really worth 1,000 words on here. So make sure you are adding pictures and all that kind of stuff. So again, I like big phone numbers. Big phone numbers are good. So I have just started coming in here. So again, we want to make sure we're adding good before and after pictures. Pictures are very, very important. I don't know what this is, but we really want pictures. We want pictures of before and after. We really want to, this is just talking about bundling packages. I wouldn't even worry about selling on this point. We want them to call you. We want them to do that. The other thing is not everybody wants to call you. So make sure you have a contact form so that somebody can contact you. If you don't, let's see the contact page here. Okay, so you do have one. So, but we want to make sure that we have those buttons on the home page, the whole 9 yards. Because this is call. Let's see if it's going to. So this is just for calling. This isn't even for getting to that quote page. We need a button to get to that quote page also. So we really want to make sure that you have this button, but then we should have another button right here that is getting us to that quote page. Again, we got to make it simple. We got to make it easy. The more harder and the difficult to find stuff, the more likely somebody's going to click back. The other thing is, you go to gtmetrics.com, you can see how fast your website is. This is super fast. This is perfect. You want to be right here at that. I like at least 4 seconds or better. They say 5, but if you're more than 4 or 5 seconds for your website to load, you will have a lot of people bounce and be bye-bye. They won't even be around for nothing. They're going to go, and they're going to go fast. The other thing you want to do is go to Google mobile friendly test, the mobile friendly test from Google. And, we want to make sure that page is mobile friendly. If that page is not mobile friendly, then that's going to give you, some issues. So we want to make sure that that page is Google mobile friendly. If it's not, get it there. If you go to HostGround and you do a WordPress theme, most of them are going to be responsive, so it will be there. The only time really I don't see them being responsive and being mobile friendly are some of your older pages. So them are some things you really want to make sure that they are mobile and that you can get that done. So again, page speed is very important. Page speeds help keep people there. Try to get some more content on this website also. It's not got a lot of content. Right here, what we do, I would probably have a roof wash and I'd have a picture. I'd have a house wash, have a picture. Have media blast, you already have that picture. Pressure clean, have a picture of some concrete cleaning. So, and have them right underneath of them. This is a good thing, but if I was here for pressure washing, I would never think this is a pressure washing page. It's just When you're talking mobile blasting and then you're going to tell them you do house washing and soft washing, they're going to be like, are you going to blast my house? Because that's just the way that it looks there. So them are some things that I would definitely look at and make sure that you fix and get done. All right, let me see if I can go back here. Again, if you want to go to pressurewashhelp.com/free, you will get a free month and this is only going till Sunday. I'm going to announce it again Sunday, but after Sunday, this link will be no good. It will not work. So check out pressurewashhelp.com/free and you'll get 1 month free of learning how to start a pressure washing business, learning how to do marketing, I go over marketing. I go over Google My Business in detail. I got probably 10 videos just on Google My Business. I got 8 to 10 videos on Google AdWords. I go over Facebook, yard signs, the whole 9 yards. So those are some things you definitely want to do. All right, let's go back to some questions. I've seen some stuff coming in here. Let me pull this down here. And we're going to go here because I see some questions here. If you want, I'll send you my design. I try both ways and get calls when I do. Talking about signs, I'm assuming. Jason, what do you think of ordering citations? I didn't answer that question. Are treated as fake reviews on Google. They can. Definitely don't ever buy reviews. Don't ever buy reviews and try to get them through because they will hit you hard. And Google knows that. Google knows everything. Google knows when you're searching on Fiverr to look at them. Google knows everything you do. Google knows where you're at right now. Google knows when you go to the bathroom. Google knows where you are sitting right now this second. I don't have any deck washing videos. You are right. I'm getting some. I will be having. I'm actually going to be revamping my whole system. I'm going to be revamping the whole thing. I'm going to be going through. I got a lot of information in there right now. I'm going to take some of it and put it into a different system. Well, it's going to be in the same system, but then I'm going to take and whatever I'm missing. I've actually worked on a Trello board and I've sat there and I've figured out everything that I really need to teach and make sure everybody because I don't have stuff on how to clean hardy board, how to clean the different surfaces, stucco. So I'm trying to find, and this is since I am on Facebook right now, if I have anybody in the Northern Kentucky area that has a stucco house and that needs clean, let me know because I need a house that I can do a video on to be able to do that. Home Advisor keeps calling, bugging me. Haven't heard good things about them. Anybody tell them buzz the back off and block the number. So again, this is what I tell people. Home Advisor is a great way to learn how to follow up because they will drive you nuts. They will drive you bonkers. They will not stop. You can tell them to go pound salt and they will call you back again and again and again. And this is why you really need to this is why I tell you to follow up because you know why they call people over and over and over and over and over again? Because they know eventually they will get a yes. Eventually somebody's going to say yes. Otherwise they would quit. They would never start it in the beginning. They know that if they call 100 people, 5 people will say yes. I don't know if that's where their number is, but I guarantee you there is a number that they have set that if they call 100 people, they will get 5. And yes, Home Advisor is under investigation. But you know what? They're still calling. They're still bugging the crap out of you. So guess what? Go and do the same thing. Bug the crap out of people. You'll get yeses that way. And guess what? If you get no, then call them back next week or send them another email next week. Yeah, and that's the thing with Home Advisor. They'll use fake numbers and then they call from other numbers. They'll use the spoof numbers. What about Angie's List? They're owned by Home Advisors, so I don't need to say nothing more. What about Yelp? I never had luck with it. I mean, I don't know many people that are using Yelp to try to find pressure washers. Now, if you're talking about food and restaurants and stuff like that, that's a different story. Jeremy asked, is it true Responsibility guarantees you twice their costs? So it's a no-brainer. That's exactly right. They will guarantee you twice the cost. So go to pressurewashhelp.com/responsibid and sign up. Yelp is my favorite. So, Mike, why is Yelp your favorite? I'm just curious because I've never had much luck with it. I have no desire to use the Home Advisor. They call at least 3 times a week. Sounds like scammers to me. Yep. Yelp sucks. Listing, but give them nothing. Jeremy, do you have a crew or one-man show? Relax. I'm here, Jason. Great job. Thanks, white guy. Yelp is desperate to take money from my experience. They're all desperate to take money. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to make a living just like everybody else is. Do you Commerce Bank by chance? No. I am a one-man show. If there's ever any job you don't want, please let me know. Here's the other thing, guys. I know restaurants aren't making no money, but that's not to say that you can't go and try to do some cleaning and stuff to them. I did yard signs, put on sanitized package, done 7 homes last week. That's awesome, Jay, because that's awesome. What's a sanitized? You guys are asking a lot of questions tonight. Jason, why does it want a card number if it's free? Because your first month is free, and if you don't cancel it by the second month, it's going to charge you. Isn't it illegal to post random signs everywhere? You can get threatened. I've only known one person. Maybe I've heard of a couple over the 8-9 years I've been doing this. I've only heard maybe 5 people getting a fine from it. So, DJ got called last year and said, "Don't put them in my city, or you're gonna get fined." So guess what? You put them you put them all the way around that city. That's how you hit that. Cool. Hit me up on Facebook. Maybe we can team up. Okay. You did a website review. Yard signs are illegal in almost all cities in Florida. They're probably illegal in almost every city. That's why they pull them. But you know what? There's a lot of things illegal. But if you want to stay in business and you want to feed your family, I'm sure clip flyers are illegal. And I know there's a technicality around them, but still. I heard home advisors and class action. Oh, all right. I'm gonna scroll down here because I want to see what. Okay, Jason, I finished your videos. How do you get the Facebook for your members? If you go to the very first part of in my membership, I actually talk about how to get into that group. And I believe if you look over to the right, there's a banner. If you're on computer, there's a banner that has the Facebook. And I think if you hit that, it will actually take you to there. Is there a place in Cincinnati area to get supplies? Why ain't that one over here? Is there a place in Cincinnati to get supplies and maybe a machine from just getting into the business? Thanks. How much are you looking to spend? I have a machine and a trailer and the whole 9 yards set up. Unless somebody else is going to buy it, I'm working on putting it together right now. But otherwise, I would not buy. There is a place in Cincinnati. I personally would not buy from them unless you want to pay. Unless you want to pay as much as I'm going to sell my whole trailer for just a unit, then go up there and buy it. They're very, very expensive. Do politicians get fined when we put 1,000 signs up by the 1,000? So it's gold for them. How can you advertise when you gotta pay bills and are behind? It's called being an entrepreneur and figuring it out. That's how it works. I mean, I hate being that way, but that's you got to push and grind and go knock on doors and make things happen. You know, sometimes you got to do hard things. Make sure you're charging enough, because if you ain't charging enough, if you're trying to just close jobs, be cheap, $99, you'll never make it. And here's why you will never make it. You will never make it because you will never get ahead. If you try to just be a $99 guy or $150 guy, you will never get ahead. And here's why. Because first off, you got to pay for all your equipment. You got to pay for, you obviously you're not marketing very much because you're not wanting to pay nothing. So that's why, when people say, why are you $300? Well, because I want to spend, if I spend 10%, if 10 to 20% on $300, that's $30 to $60 right there that I'm paying out to get these jobs. So there's a reason why I charge what I do. If I was cheap and I just did that, if I was cheap and I tried to get jobs and still pay $30 to $60 a lead or, to get that job, well, I'm not making no money, because guess what? I'm not making no money. And you can't make no money if you don't spend money to make it, and people will be like, well, nobody will buy that. Nobody will pay that. You got to get that out of your head, because guess what? At the end of the day, nobody's your customer. You are not your customer. A lot of people think that I'm my customer and I'll pay it. I would never pay that. I'll tell you right now, we do Christmas lights. There's no way I would pay $1,500 to put up Christmas lights. $3,000 to put up Christmas lights, $6,000 to put up Christmas lights. There's no way I would do that, but there's people out there that do, and them are the people that I want. Those are the people that I love, and I'll go put up Christmas lights all day long for $6,000, all day. So, let's see. Boots on the ground. That's right. So I had another question in here, and I seen it, and I don't know where it went. I don't know if I'll be doing this restreaming or not to Facebook or not. I don't know if it's worth it. I think I'm having some issues with seeing what stuff is coming from and where it is. If you can't afford to advertise, do a giveaway. And again, a giveaway is okay, but you can only give away so much, and you're going to be broke. Thank you for watching. What's up? I've been doing this for 10 years. Just lost some commercial regular stuff. That sucks. After my first month, do I lose my login, or can I still log in and see all the information still? You'll still be able to log in as long as you don't cancel. It'll keep it there forever. Jason, can you talk about your Google My Business packages and what it includes? Well, I haven't set them up yet, so I've had several people ask about Google My Business. So I actually got a class coming up this weekend. As long as it don't get canceled, it's not canceled as of right now. I'm under the limit of what they're telling people to have, and hopefully, as long as I have it and everything, Monday I will be back. Actually, next week I'll try to start working on some of that stuff. 10% marketing, 10% equipment maintenance, 25% taxes, 20% labor. That doesn't leave a lot left over when you charge $100 a job. No, it doesn't. You're right. That's why you got charged more than $20 to $100 a job. You are 100% right. And them numbers, 25% taxes get you a good CPA is what I'm going to tell you on that one. But the rest of those numbers are pretty much daggone right on where you're going to be at. This is my second year. I need all the help I can get. Then the question I'm going to tell you is go to pressurewashhelp.com/training and sign up for the $99 membership right now, because it's only $99 right now. And you get Voxer access to me. It's like a walkie-talkie, and and that way you will, if you have questions, I will sit there and answer them. I will do everything I can to make sure that you will be successful. I've had some great success from some guys, so I know it works. It's just a matter of you got to get out there and get it done. So you got to ask me the questions is the biggest question, because if you don't ask questions, you don't ever get them answered. Jason, how many of you guys got coming this year for your meeting? Are you talking about the pressure washing? I did have 7. Now I only have 6. Somebody canceled on me. So I only have 6. So I do have openings. If you want to come, it's Tuesday or Friday, Saturday. Go to pressurewashhelp.com/in-person training is what it is. And there you will learn everything you need to know about how to start a pressure washing. You will learn everything from, you get all the hands-on stuff. I will keep my social distances. I'll try not to spit on anybody. In that way, we don't want nobody getting sick. But probably the way they talk, it sounds like everybody's going to get it eventually anyway. Most people that I've dealt with would rather pay someone $300 than trust a $99 guy. You're absolutely right, dude. Because you know what happens when they buy the $99 guy? They usually spend more money. You know why? Because they screw up stuff and, they mess up stuff. So that is exactly right. Check it out, Jamie. There's a lot of opportunity even in these times. Yep. Our single largest account in DAT got postponed. In Dayton. Our single largest account in Dayton, $70,000 got postponed. We still have the job, however, just moved out a few weeks. Small setbacks, but still tons of commercial between now and then. Very thankful. Ouch, Benjamin. Now, maybe I'll give you some more time to get ready and prepared for it. Teach your guys how to be ready for that big dog. $70,000, dude. That's awesome. How long do you think it'll take you? 3 weeks? Or do you think you can get it done quicker than that? Not in Dayton, here in Central Ohio. Okay. Wow. I was interested. Can you talk about what you will go over and how long will it be? So my class is Friday and Saturday. Friday morning is in classroom. It's about 2 hours long, 3 hours long in classroom. And in the classroom, I actually added probably 40, 50 slides to it. It was about 30 slides. I've added about 40, 50 slides. It is everything of how to pressure wash. It goes over everything. I go over your different mixtures, your different chemicals, your safety, ladder safety, all that kind of stuff. So it goes over a lot of different things on that day. It shows you what you do when you first get to the house, what you do when you pull up, what you talk to the customer about, the whole 9 yards. So that's the first morning. And then we go to a house. It has a deck on it. So it'll be a house wash, deck cleaning, concrete cleaning, and I'll show you how to do roof cleaning. The deck cleaning, concrete cleaning, and house wash, I will show everyone, and then everybody will be doing the house wash that. I will show how to use it with the downstream injector. What I do is the 4 sides. One side will be downstream injector, one side will be X-Jet, and one side is dedicated pump. So that way you learn how to clean with all 3 systems. You can pick whichever system you want at the end of the day. Usually I'm going to push downstreaming. Depending on where you're located at. If you got a lot of stucco, then you might need to X-Jet it. If you don't have a lot of stucco, downstreaming is it. So those are the 3 there. The other thing, so on Sunday or on Saturday morning, I come back in. We talk about marketing, sales, and quoting, and I go over in detail of how to set up your Google My Business and how to get reviews and all that kind of stuff in detail on that one. Again, about an hour. That'll be about 2 hours there, hour and a half, 2 hours. and then any questions. And then we go to another house, and this house is really dirty, and it's going to get a house wash. If we want to do concrete cleaning, we'll do the concrete cleaning. And again, normally what I do in the past, the first day I will do everything. On the second day, I won't do nothing. I stand back and watch. And that way, if we get one or two people want to lead and take off, that's fine. And then that way we can do it. I also, on that first day, I teach the roles. If we have two guys, one guy cleaning versus two guys cleaning, and that way we can kind of go that route. So them are the things that I teach in my in-person class. So where do you get those big jobs, Ben? So Benjamin got it from handing out one business card. He's gotten most all these jobs from handing out one business card. Actually, he never handed out the business card. His employee handed out the business card. But that's how you get it. You go hand out business cards. You send emails. You do stuff like that. That's how you get the big commercial jobs. I have roadside assistant business, but I'm pretty interested in getting into power washing. I have a roadside assistant business. I got you. What do you like better for residential only rig? 5.5 gallon, 12 volt, truck rig, truck and trailer, enclosed trailer. If you're not going to do roof cleaning, you can get away with the 5.5 gallon pressure washer, and that is it. If you're going to do roof cleaning, you're going to need a 12 volt or a dedicated pump. The truck, if it was me, I would much rather have a truck. I hate driving around with a trailer. You get into spots that sometimes you can't always get out of. You got to know how to back up a trailer. If you got employees, good luck with trailers because they don't know how to drive a truck, let alone with a trailer. So a $70,000 job is scheduled for 16 work days. So that's pretty good. I do Tyvek suits, shoe booting, and gloves. I show, but hoping for more business. 10 on the lift and 6 for the flat work. Daggone, you got 10 days on a lift, 2 weeks? That's a lot. Jason, I wish you're going to find a little bit time and make a video on how to set up response bid waiting every day when you do. Think you're going to add that to the membership. Thank you. Yes, it will be in the membership when I do it. DJ hasn't actually started it yet. He's kind of doing some other things right now. So we're kind of waiting. After this class, I'm planning on sitting down and probably taking about 3 to 4 weeks and just hammer out this class, hammer out my membership because I want it to be amazing. I want it to be everything you need. I'm going down far as having check sheets for your employees, of having a check sheet of when you pull up on a job, and at that job, you will know what to do. You got to do this, this, and this. I'm going to have a check. I'm going to have an invoice. I'm going to have everything you will need in there. I don't have some of that stuff in there now. It will come on. What up, David? Are you going to do? David Draper started a ice cream shop. He actually started a mobile ice cream stand, and it's amazing. If you're in the Northern Kentucky area, go check it out. It's Dreamy Whip, and I love it, and it is amazing. Ice cream is awesome. You can tell how fat I am because I love it so much, but ice cream is great. He's actually starting a new shop, I think, here in Burlington, Kentucky. Can I put a small yard sign in the yard of the house that really needs my service? Is that rude? Waste of time? You can do whatever you want. Oh, he's even David Dre been doing deliveries and make some sales. Thanks for the shout out. Hey, no problem, dude. So you're actually doing delivery. That's pretty cool. Okay. How much would this cost, may I ask? For my training, it is $7.99. You can go to pressurewashhelp.com/in-person training, and it's $7.99, and you can get everything there. If you call the hotel, it's at the Hilton right there in Florence. you might be able. It said I checked it out the other day. It was at $100 a night, $110 a night. But if you call the number and ask for Shauna and then tell them about my class, you might actually get it a little bit cheaper than that a night. And they're already hurting for business, so you might even get it cheaper than that anyway in the first place. Benjamin Baker, how are you getting all that work coming out of your ears? Because he's hustling, dude. Hustle, hustle, hustle. I also did a magnet sign below. Mine says emergency response. Have been hit a lot. How long? Oh, shoot. I've been on here for a while, haven't I? Wouldn't it be the same? Here's the thing about door knocking right now. I probably wouldn't do a whole lot of door knocking. I probably wouldn't do a whole lot of going in person right now. I would probably be doing a lot of email marketing. Email marketing is a great thing to learn. And you know how I always tell, I mean, I know a lot about email marketing and I know a lot about different things, but you know how I always say, you know, pressure washing is only, that's only a service we're offering. Marketing is marketing. So you need to go and learn how, you know, take business classes, take classes on how to do email marketing. Email marketing can make you a lot of money at the end of the day. Email marketing can make you $100,000, $200,000 a year just by email marketing. And when I mean by email marketing, you know, a lot of people think email marketing is just sending lots of emails. That's not, it is what you do. You do send out a lot of emails. But email marketing and learning how to do it right is making sure you fill out the headlines right. Because, you know, or the tagline. Because if you don't get somebody to open that email, it don't matter what's in that email. If you get nobody to open it, nobody's going to open it. You know, if you got a crappy tagline and it sucks, nobody's going to open that email. So that is why you go take classes on how to write better emails and how to write the taglines and how to write that kind of stuff. So, you know, there's a lot to do as a business owner to do. So if you got time, and right now, if you're not out working and you're sitting home doing nothing, get on YouTube, how to write taglines, how to write emails that works. These are some things that you definitely want to do it. Why? Oh, there we go. $4 a piece door hangers and 800 yard signs a month. You're putting out 800 yard signs a month? That's right. You said that. 200 a week. That's pretty awesome, dude. That's a lot. That's how you get stuff done. That's how you make your phone ring. If you want your phone to ring, you put out 800 yard signs. I guarantee your phone will blow up. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. If you don't do it, it's not going to ring. So go put out 800 yard signs and let your phone blow up. A lot of commercial, many jobs from last year who scheduled for this spring. We did it a lot commercial last year with that. And that's the other thing is with commercial, it don't always happen the same year. Sometimes they got to put it in the budget. And so a lot of times you might bid it this year and then next year is when you actually get to work. So, you know, just because you bid something, that's the power of following up. Follow up, follow up, follow up. Even on commercial jobs, you bid it, follow up every month. Now, with commercial, we don't want to follow up too much because a lot of times these people are busy and they're doing lots of things. Apartment HOAs and that kind of stuff is definitely where you got to, you know, make sure that you are not bugging them too much. I used to do a lot of Whole Foods, but walked away after Bezos bought them out and came in and cleaned house. Sometimes that happens. I'm finding out the ups and downs of Home Advisor, but try to be my best. All right, guys. So again, I'm on to get off here. Go to pressurewashhelp.com/ in-person training. And there, pressurewashhelp.com/training/free. And in there, you will get all my my course as of now. Like I say, I am adding a lot to it. I will be adding a way more to it here comes shortly. So go check it out, and you will find a lot of information in there. This is things that you will be finding out for, everything. I got probably 20 hours, 25 hours worth of courses in there right now. It's going to get crazy here when I add all the other stuff into it. So go check it out, pressurewashhelp.com/free. And then in there, I'll let you know. Can you talk about being insured and licensed, and how much does that cost? Is it worth it, etc.? That is in my class. I don't think I'm on. I've been on here for an hour and 10 minutes. So I think I'm gonna get off here. Logan, if you come back, I will be back on here on Sunday. So you can, that's where I may talk about more of that, because the insurance in that is a little bit, can be tough sometimes and be tricky. So again, go check it out. If you're looking for more of a mentorship and need help, and you want to ask Jason a lot of questions, go to pressurewashhelp.com/training. Sign up for the Voxer program. Voxer is an app that can talk back and forth, and that way it can be definitely help you out and all that kind of stuff. Thank you, Benjamin. Thanks for coming on here. Thanks for watching. Thanks. Have a great week. Don't try to kill your spouse too much if you're all booked up in your house and you're all like, everybody's at home and everybody's ready to kill each other. So just have grace, and everything will work out. Hopefully we don't spread the virus too much, but again, just, stay calm, don't get crazy, and have a good night.